Wow, I cannot believe what we witnessed in that Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou fight. First of all, the judge that scored it 96-93 needs to be investigated and fired immediately. That was a much closer fight than that. Personally, for me, I had Francis Ngannou winning the fight. I think he did enough, especially with the knockdown. But I can't say that it was a robbery because the fight was close. For me, I was like, okay, they're going to call it a draw and this is going to lead into the rematch. But first and foremost, major kudos to Francis Ngannou for one, taking the fight serious, training like crazy, and giving the heavyweight champion of the world all he can handle in his professional boxing debut. We are in crazy times right now. People are saying like this is bad for boxing. Me being a huge fan of boxing, I do think it's a bad look. However, it is great for crossover boxing. It's going to open up more avenues, more lanes into getting people to fight across different martial arts disciplines and allow them to compete with one another. But let's get back to talking about the fight. I thought Tyson Fury was going to just easily outbox Francis Ngannou. I had him winning by a 6-round knockout. Now, when Tyson Fury first came out, when the fight started, I saw him throw a right hand. I'm like, okay, this is not even gonna make it to the 6th round. He's gonna come out here strictly on business. Francis Ngannou was going to get tired, and that did not happen. Like, it was a couple times I did see Francis look like he was gassed, but then he caught his second win. And then around that 7th round, I started seeing Tyson Fury look gassed, and I'm like, what is happening here? But the elephant in the room, that 3rd round knockdown, that is what shocked me the most by the fight. Well, during the fight, Francis Ngannou had beautiful defense. He was able to catch a shot from Tyson Fury. Then he countered beautifully with that left hook to the head. And it was some serious force behind that punch. You saw Tyson Fury's face when he went down and just looking up like, oh, I'm in a real fight now. So we know we can't play boxing, not giving Tyson Fury any excuse. I don't know what type of training camp he had, but I'm assuming he took this fight lightly, thought it would be easy work. But I don't know. I'm just going to give Francis the ultimate credit for taking the fight serious, doing the ultimate preparation, and being a warrior. And most importantly, betting on himself. Because when he was leaving the UFC, everybody was like, well, not everybody, but a lot of people was like, oh, he's crazy. He's never going to get this type of opportunity again. And he just cashed out. And now he's probably going to be ranked in boxing. And this is going to lead to more fights for him in boxing and bigger paydays in boxing. And honestly, I don't know confidently what heavyweight I can say beats Francis Ngannou as he continues to get better, which is just crazy for me to say because I'm such a huge fan of boxing. But Francis Ngannou has he has a serious gift, with his willpower and athleticism, and then him being that big and being able to go 10 rounds. I'm just at a loss of words. So I do think he won the fight, or I thought it should have been a draw. Now, what do I want to see next? Tyson Fury versus Usyk. Tyson Fury, he needs to take training camp very serious for that fight. Initially, I had him beating Usyk due to his size, but if his conditioning does not get better prior to that fight, he is going to lose to Usyk. Usyk is going to box circles around him because Francis Ngannou, it was his professional debut. And Fury was, he was boxing a little bit. I didn't like how often he was using his jab. He just wasn't using it very frequently, but he had to respect the power of Francis. Francis was ready to counter, especially with that left hook. But the difference I see with Usyk is Usyk's going to be able to use footwork to work inside, and that could, wear Tyson Fury down. Now, obviously, Usyk cannot hit as hard as Francis Ngannou, so Fury would be worried less about the power, but the volume can wear Fury down. As of now, I still have Fury beating Usyk, but I just have to see how Fury looks in camp and things like that when they start sharing videos, because his body language after the fight was very bad when he was in that ring with Usyk and they were asking him about their fight. He looked like he had lost a ton of confidence. Even after that knockdown from Francis, I remember when he got knocked down by Wilder and Fury just started pressing on the gas, just started being very aggressive. With Francis, he was very cautious throughout the remainder of the fight. It was like he did not want to engage. They had a couple of close calls, but Fury, for the most part, he stayed on the outside. He would throw a lot of feints, but with Ngannou, he wasn't biting on the feints. And then when Fury would come in and try to grab him, it was a completely different ball game than I've seen from any of Tyson Fury's opponents, because Francis Ngannou is stronger than everybody's Fury's face. He's stronger than Tyson Fury, and he was just essentially manhandling Fury when Fury tried to come and grab him late, attempted to wear him down. So bad for the sport of boxing, but good for crossover boxing. I think we're going to see more big matches like this, like the top fighter in their division go up against a top boxer. Now, obviously, I hope boxing gets its respect back. Let Tank get in there with one of those guys, or let Shakur Stevenson get in there with one of those guys, or Terrence Crawford, because boxing needs a W after this, because that was embarrassing. He came over to fight the heavyweight champion of the world in his professional boxing debut and lost by a split decision, a controversial split decision at that. So let me know what you all's thoughts were on the fight. Who do you all think Francis should fight next? Should him and Fury do a rematch? Or would you like to see him fight someone else? Personally, I would love to see the battle of power in a Francis Ngannou and Deontay Wilder fight. That would be epic. I would probably go check that fight out. All right, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one. Peace.